Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! Seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead! Behind the screen, Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship. Tying run at second, 2 out, Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it, and to the middle of the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the post, 20, 15, Hester 5.
For the 3rd time in 6 seasons, it's one goal team. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it to Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to our YouTube page. If you're watching us from our YouTube page, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube page, for real, come on, guys. Go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button. But also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now you can also tweet the show. Tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online, man, let me tell you. You can follow me mostly at the Shawn Sierra, but that just changed on Facebook. I had to create a new Facebook page recently. So it's just like the Shawn Sierra, whatever. I don't know what freaking number it is. All right. And then my Twitter account just got hacked yesterday. So I'm not at the Shawn Sierra on Twitter anymore. I'm freaking annoyed. I'm freaking annoyed. So on Twitter now, I'm at ShawnSierra33. I am annoyed as all get out. I reached out to X and I said, hey, my account got hacked, whatever. They sent me an email saying, oh, we can't confirm that you're the owner of this account. We can't do anything for you. I was like, you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers. So if any of you guys get any DM requests from me saying, hey, vote for me for, I'm in some podcast thing, decline it, report that as a stolen or a hijacked account. So I got to get it removed. I am pissed. I got to rebuild my followers. I got to rebuild all that shit, dude. All that stuff. Not happy. Your boy is not happy at all. Man. I am beyond pissed. X. Rick Gonzalez, what's up, Bubba? X got hacked. My Twitter got hacked. My Facebook got hacked a while back. I'm still rebuilding the friends list there. People are like, hey, I thought we were friends. Why'd you delete me? What'd I do? I'm like, you didn't do anything. So, yeah, not happy at all. And just feel so violated, you know? When something like this happens, you feel violated. Because what are you going to do with my account? Like, this is what I don't understand. What are you going to do with my account? What are you going to do with my account? Are you going to cover Chicago sports? No. You're just going to bother people. And what kind of piece of shit are you? If that's all you do, that's all you have time for is to bother people on Twitter? Like, you think about it, like, what kind of piece of shit? That's all you do is just go fuck around with people. And it bothers me. Like these idiots who make these fake accounts and make, oh, he got traded here, he got traded here, he got traded here. This breaking news, NFL. NBA breaking news. It's annoying. Like, do you get off on this? Like, people want information, and then you just go and you just basically lie to people. You get their hopes up. Like, what kind of shitty life do you have that is entertainment to you? That is entertainment. Let me go get a whole bunch of people to think that the Chiefs traded Patrick Mahomes and let LeBron retire. It's like, come on, dude, like, get a life. That's literally the if Get a Life was a person, people who do that, that's the classic, the quintessential definition of get a God-blessed life. It's not got to go again. I got to go back there and try. It's still up, so I got to go look at my friends list, copy some of those, copy the names out, make sure I add them as followers, and then people who are following me, reach out to them. It's just a pain in the ass. It's not like I could see, I understand, I don't agree with it, but I understand why people hack your like Coinbase account and other stuff. You get money. You can steal. You can get tangible assets. I get it. Again, I don't agree with it, but I understand the process. What do you get out of stealing someone's Twitter account? Hijacking the Twitter account. What do you get out of it? Like, those are the people I'd love to see and beat the shit out of. Literally just haul off and just beat the ever-living shit out of. Because people like me have I've been on Twitter since 2012. So 15 years of this shit, and now I got to start over because some asshole overseas or wherever the hell they're at compromised my account to do what? Report on Chicago sports? Yeah, I highly doubt it. Piss people off that know me and respect me? Yeah, probably. I would love to be able to find a way. And you know what it'd be? It'd be like Taken. Like Liam Neeson. I have a very particular set of skills. Oh, trust me, you would see the skills that I'd have, motherfucker. You would see the skills that I have. You would not be very happy after. Man. So again, if you get a request from me, it's Shawn Sierra. ShawnSierra33 is my new Twitter account, new X account. So don't think it's a scam. This one, ShawnSierra33, is the real me. I'll tell you what, I'm annoyed as all get out, man. And the thing is, like, there's nobody to beat up. There's nobody to punch. There's nobody to kick in the face. There's no one's knee to take out. There's no one's elbow to snap. There's no one's nose to break. Like, it's a ghost, basically. I can't give a two-piece to anybody right in the mouth. So it's frustrating. You feel violated. So I got to put it on socials today. I was dealing with X yesterday, and they got back to me. Yeah, sorry, we can't do anything because we can't verify you're the authorized owner. I'm like, how can you not verify it? Like, I sent you a text. I had my password. I tried to readjust my password or create a new password, and you sent me the link. You sent the link to my email. Like the email that you had on file, you sent it to. I used the link. and you still couldn't do it. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed, man. Man, you caught me on one today. You caught me on one today, man. I'm annoyed. A lot of things. We're gonna, I obviously get into our sports talk. And I was sitting there and I'm looking at listen. I don't want to name people, but like, because then they're gonna go, why are you naming people? Like, I don't give a shit. Like, if you got something to say it to my face. You know what I mean? But like, one person on TV yesterday was talking about trading DJ Moore. And he said, well, look what happened. You know, you trade DJ Metcalf and Seattle wins the Super Bowl. The Packers traded, who was it? Forgot who they traded, and Aaron Rodgers went on to win the MVP. The Chiefs traded Tyreek Hill, and they still went on to win Super Bowls. And when you have facts are facts, because what that person said was facts. However, facts can be manipulated. Facts can be manipulated because you don't get the backstory to the facts. So the backstory to the Seattle situation was DJ Metcalf, his last year with Seattle, Jackson Smith and Jigba had over 1,100 yards receiving. So they knew they had a guy ready to take his place, ready to be another number one. Kansas City, Tyreek Hill. They let him go because they knew they still had Travis Kelce, who would be Patrick Mahomes' favorite target. So don't sit there and say, oh, it happens everywhere and it's going to work, or insinuate that it's going to work. Because what's behind the curtain that made it work? Well, we got Rome Odunze, who had so many targets, so many drops, couldn't catch the ball toward the end of the season, did not look like a number one receiver to me. You had Luther Burden, who stepped up. Luther looks more like a number one receiver than Rome Odunze. So if you want to have this conversation a year from now, with Luther Burden continuing to ascend, okay, I can agree with you. But don't do it now. Who caught those touchdowns? Who caught some big-time plays? Where was the ball when the game was on the line? In the Packers game in the regular season, in the playoff game, who had the ball? Who did Caleb Williams throw the ball to when it was necessary? When the shit hit the fan, big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Found out Chris checking in. Yeah, he had 90 targets when he got hurt. That's more than what DJ had for the whole year. Exactly. And DJ still had as many yards as him. Right around as many yards as him. But when you needed to play, who'd you go to? DJ. And I understand the salary cap. I get it. That's why you work with him to restructure. Do not, because you don't have a dude on this team who's going to make the big play at the wide receiver position. You don't. If you trade DJ Moore. Luther Burden might be that dude, but he's not that dude yet. He very well could be that dude in 2026. He very well could be. But he's not that dude as of February 25th, 2026. He's not that dude. February 25th, 2026, DJ Moore's that dude. And this goes to further my point that there was an issue between DJ and Caleb. Caleb, I told you my personal opinion, was a little salty because he was a Justin Fields supporter. He came out and publicly supported Justin Fields, him and Cole Kmet, which is why their stats went down. And when people say, well, his stats went down. So now you're telling me you don't know jack shit about sports, and he played in the league. So don't use that shit. The stats went down. So wait, because his stats went down? How about the number of targets that he had? Look at the completion percentage, targets versus receptions. Look at that. How high was that? Look at in big games. What happens? Chris, it ain't just that, dude. I agree with you, man. Everything you said. Chris said if it wasn't for DJ, would not have beat the Packers the last 2 seasons. DJ's durable, great after catch, good hands, give him the damn ball in good positions. And he blocks. You talked about his durability. Even when he's nicked up, he gets his ass back out there. He understands, I got to show up for my team. And if he can go, he goes. He plays hurt. Yes, he's a little bit of a diva. I don't care. When UA plays, how many, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. How many of you think Rome Odunze makes that touchdown catch in overtime against Green Bay? How many of you think that? Now, obviously, it's just a hypothetical. But me personally, I don't think Rome Odunze even comes close to making that with the DB draped all over him. That walk-off touchdown that DJ had. Rome Odunze is on the verge of becoming a very good receiver in this league. He's not there yet. He has some growing to do. He could supplant DJ, very easily could. But can he do it here? And that's the thing that bugs me. When I hear shit like that, and from people who played the game, like, come on, man. I understand you want to free up cap room. I get it. But restructure. Don't give away your best players if you don't have anything behind them. Because right now, that would be a talented wide receiver room without a leader. And I'll keep it a buck with you. Rome Odunze ain't ready to lead that wide receiver room, and I don't think Luther Burden is yet either. Neither of them are ready to lead that wide receiver room. So stop with the trade DJ bullshit. All right, he's your best wide receiver. And the biggest thing is that he's clutch. He's clutch. Back to our old Uncle Hawk Harrelson talking about home runs. Don't tell me how many he hit. Tell me when you hit them. I don't give a rat's ass how many receptions they had. I don't give a rat's ass how many touchdowns you had. When did you get those touchdowns? Why? Let me ask you a question. Why was DJ targeted? Why did Caleb Williams throw it to DJ? Because if he didn't trust him, he's not going to throw it. He saw the DB was in great trail position. He saw the DB was all over him. He threw it to a spot and said, my guy can go get it. He didn't do that to anybody else. Why did he target him? The same reason he targeted Rome early on. Thought Rome was the number one. He tried to force feed him, try to make him the number one, and he's not. He's not yet. DJ is the number one. So don't give me the stats and numbers. If he had the same targets, look what happens when you target DJ. And that's the thing. And here's the crazy part. I don't need DJ with 100 targets, 150 targets. I don't need it. Just make sure he gets the most. He's the most expensive player on this team, on this offense. Show him the respect he deserves. Show him the respect that he deserves. Because if DJ can get 800 yards and everybody else gets 650 again, that's a great season. 650 plus. But stop this nonsense, this trade DJ Moore stuff. And I know that Ryan Poles talked about it, Ben Johnson talked about it, and we're going to discuss that later today. See, Ryan Poles left it open. Like, if you get a phenomenal deal for DJ, like a number 2, a second-round pick, which I think is crazy, understand you got to make the deal. But you better be sure that your remaining wide receivers can pick up the slack. Your remaining wide receivers are there. Like you know what I mean. Like, we've all been in this situation, whether it's a fight, whether it's a game, whether it's hooping, flag football. You know you've been in a situation where you know you got your squad. You know you got your squad. Now, these are my boys. These are the guys I'm rolling with. Now what? Now what? Say something. And you're ready. You've also been in a situation where you're like, ooh, we're going to give it our best shot, man. See what we can do. Because you don't have confidence in them. The familiarity between you and the teammates might not be great. And then you've been on the other side. We're like, oh, yeah. It's on like Donkey Kong, baby. And that's how I feel the Bears would go into the 2026 season if they traded DJ. No leader in that room. It would force someone to step up, and I don't think Rome's ready. I think Luther Burden's further along as opposed closer to leading this wide receiver room than Rome Odunze, personally. Let me get some shouts out to the chat. Sean Walls in the house. What up? Hump day. Bear down, FGB. Brandon Shush checking in. What's up, Papa? How are you? Thank you, sir, for tuning in. I appreciate you. Cornelius Squalls in the house. What up, Shawn and Sports Owners? Yay. Rick Gonzalez in the house. What's up, Papa? I said, what's good, homie? Facebook on Hacker X. Yeah, X FGB. Sean Walls. My man, Black Diamond, where you been, Papa? I know it's frustrating to say the least. Man, you know what I'm talking about. Woo! Foulmouth Chris in the house talking about DJ. Rome had 90 targets when he got hurt, more than DJ had the whole year. Yep, and DJ had a much more impactful season. My niece Monica Lara, smash the like button, guys. The Plank Star checking in. What's up, Plank Star? Good morning, Shawn. Bears fan, bear down. Yes. Plank Star. Roast Beef is in the house. What's up, Baba? We also have a young elite receiving tight end in Loving. Yes, we do, sir. Yes, we do. The Plank just says Rick Gonzalez. Bear down, bro. FGB, FGN, FGB. I love it. Hey, listen, let's take a quick break because I do have some top of the morning topics. What are we doing here? Yeah, Jay Grizz checking in and said, I'm working right now, but got my ear pods out. Bear down, baby. Bear down. Black Diamond, I disagree with you on that. You said Lou is ready. Love DJ, but his attitude and effort at times doesn't reflect the leader. I disagree. Or maybe I can even agree with you to the point at times. How few at times? Because I'll tell you what, the work that man puts in is quintessential leader. In the practice field, on the practice field, in games, his ability to come back, his willingness to block. There's diva in him. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna bullshit you. There's diva. There's a lot of diva in DJ Moore. But I think he's earned it. And what great receiver doesn't have, that we know, and that we've grown up watching, didn't have any diva in him? I can't think of one. Now you might see his style of play and be like, he's not a diva. Oh, they're divas. They are divas. They don't get the ball, they're not happy. And when DJ wasn't getting the ball, it wasn't because he wasn't open. I think DJ is a great leader for that squad. I think some of the decisions he makes could be better as far as handling that situation early on with him and Caleb. But we all know there was something going on as to why Caleb was just not throwing the ball to DJ Moore. Just not throwing him the ball. Wide open, not throwing the ball. Not seeing him, not throwing the ball. Seeing him, not throwing the ball. Whatever the situation was. But anyway, let's take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we will get to our top of the morning topic. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago.
Operator 901, where's the emergency?
127 Brynmere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushroom.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency
Do you
line.
know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
No, I don't know, though. I'm scared. I mean, you're so...
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
it's really tough, and I know I've talked about those tough decisions in the past. I think what changes is when you win, bonds and relationships get deeper. And knowing that right now we sit over the cap, like we got to make some decisions, if that's cuts, if that's trades. There's real relationships of people that gave it up for the Chicago Bears to advance our organization, and they may not be able to stay. And that sucks, to be honest with you. But it's what makes this league beautiful. It's why we're all here. It constantly gets shuffled up and moved around, and it's the challenge of putting together the best puzzle you can with different pieces. So really difficult, but that's what we signed up for. You got to make those tough decisions, and they are business decisions. You kind of try to take your emotions out of it and do what's best for the organization.
Welcome back to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. That was Chicago Bears general manager Ryan Poles just talking about just keeping it a buck. Just talking about, man, there's people here who want here, people here who've invested a lot of time, blood, sweat, and tears, who've contributed to the winning, basically changing the culture, and they won't be able to stay. That is the harsh, cruel reality of the NFL. That's what it is. And it's like you said, it sucks. It sucks, but unfortunately, that's the way it is. I don't know what to tell you. And he's got a lot of hard decisions to make. You know, and I get it. If he if certain people are traded, there's going to be people on either side of that argument. All right, I get it. I understand. I get it. But it's tough. He was holding court yesterday down in Indianapolis. Yeah. So here, Black Diamond says, I know, it should say, it appears I would love for DJ to stay, but if you can get a Crosby or Garrett, then I'll love you from Vegas or Cleveland. But then here's the thing: if you're starting over, you're not going to swap one big contract for another. If you're starting over, you're going to swap a contract for assets. Yes, you want one NFL starter, but you don't want the starter to have a contract that's going to eat up a lot of the space that you just created by getting rid of Max Crosby. Which is why I suggested that some teams may ask for Rome Odunze. He's a number 9 overall pick. He's still under contract. His cap hit is not big at all compared to that of DJ Moore. And let's not forget, he had 4 or 5 touchdown catches in the first 4 or 5 games last year before he got hurt. So people might say, hey, if we're talking about Vegas, they might say, hey, let's put Rome Odunze with Fernando Mendoza and instead of DJ Moore. Now we have a young receiver. We have a young quarterback. They can grow together. Just when Fernando's getting good, he doesn't leave. You know, and Cleveland, I think Cleveland thinks they're further along than they are. They're not trading Myles Garrett. I would be extremely shocked to find out that Myles Garrett would be on the trade block. Just extended him. They just signed him. He's making $10 trillion a year. Okay, but again, Cleveland sucks. If you're going to blow it up, get rid of him. Get rid of them and get assets. And the Bears aren't going to want to get assets. Chris says, I don't think he's a diva. He has diva in him. He's never called out the QB. He doesn't say, throw me the ball. He doesn't throw teammates under the bus. He doesn't call out coaches or teammates. No, by diva, I mean, like, his poor running of routes or his lackadaisical running of routes when he's not getting the ball, his coming off the field last year. Remember, he tweaked his leg. He came off the field right in the middle of the play. There's little things that he does that show me that insinuate to me he's a diva. No, he's not the divaist of divas. He's not like a T.O. or anyone like that. No. He's not that level, which is why I said he's got a little diva in him. Not a lot of diva, but just a little. No, he's a good teammate. He's a great teammate. He's definitely not one to complain, but he also knows that he should be getting the ball. He should be getting a hell of a lot more targets. King Booker World checking in. What's up, Papa? Thank you for doing so, man. Appreciate you. But let's get crack-a-lacking, baby. You know how we do the first segment of every show. It was called Top of the Morning.
She won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
See, the first top of the morning topic. Which way do we go? Which way do we go? There's only one place to start. The Bulls. That was a rough one yesterday, baby. That was a rough one. A 10th in a row. The Bulls fall to the new. Oh, no. What the heck? What the hell, Bobby? I missed that one? Oh, man. Shoot. No, it's got to be there. Put it in there. Oh, okay. It was way up north. The Bulls lost to the Charlotte Hornets 131-99 yesterday. Their 10th straight loss. Unbelievable. Matas Buzelis led the way with 32 points, 7 rebounds. Gershon Yabusele from France contributed 11 points. Patrick Williams, King Booker World's favorite player in the entire NBA, he had 11 points. Colin Sexton contributed 10 points in the loss. Now, tomorrow, the Bulls continue their season-long homestand as they host the Portland Trail Blazers at the United Center. Tip-off tomorrow is at 7 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on the Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, the new 104.3 FM. 104.3 The Score. That's crazy. It's weird not saying 670 at 104.3 The Score. That's really, really, really weird. Excuse me, the next top of the morning topic. The Blackhawks. They travel to Nashville. Face the Predators tomorrow. I don't like Nashville. After what they did in the playoffs, where you couldn't buy tickets within Illinois zip code back in the day. Sons of bitches. All right, puck drop is at 7 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 7:20 a.m. No, it's the Bulls tomorrow. No. Yeah, the Bulls tomorrow on Chicago Sportsnet Plus, while the Blackhawks are on Chicago Sportsnet. My mistake. Chicago Sportsnet. There we go. Next, keep it moving. The next top of the morning topic. The good guys, baby. That's what I'm talking about. The White Sox beat the Seattle Mariners. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. They beat them 12-10. Lenin Sosa, 2 for 4 with a double, his first of the spring, driving in his first RBI. Fritz Ball went 3 for 3 with a double, his first 2 RBIs, or 1 RBI for his, bringing it up to 2 on the spring. Murray was 2 for 3 with a double, his first, a homer, his first, and 3 RBIs, his first 3 of the spring. The White Sox, they host Cincinnati Reds today at Camelback Ranch in Glendale, Arizona. First pitch is at 2:05 p.m. Central. No TV for that game, but you can listen to it on their flagship station, ESPN 1000. On the bump today, Davis Martin on the bump for the good guys versus Nick Lodolo. What did I say there? So that then I was giving misinformation. The Sox are playing, they're hosting the Dodgers here. What the heck? That was embarrassing. No, that's for Thursday. So they messed up. They messed up in the newspaper. It says Sox at Dodgers today on Wednesday, and they're not. It says Cincinnati here and the other thing. So they screwed up in the Sun Times. Great. Keeping it moving. The next top of the morning, top of the Cubs. How are you, Cubbies? You Cub fans? Cub fans beat the San Diego Padres 6-5 yesterday. Yesterday, Kelly 2 for 3 with a homer, his first, driving in his first and second ribbies of the spring. Murray Jr. 2 for 3 with a double, his first 2 RBIs, his first 2 of the spring as well. Michael Busch was 1 for 2 with double, his first of the season of the spring, driving in his first, tallying his first RBI on the campaign. Let's go to the next top of the morning, top of the Cubs. They host the Rockies today at Sloan Park. First pitch is at 2:05 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on their flagship station, 104.3 FM. No television. I'm surprised it's not on Marquee. What the hell is the purpose of Marquee? Like, what's the purpose of the Marquee Network if you're not going to film all, or show all their games? It doesn't make sense to me. That's really, really, really weird. It's crazy. I don't. 2, 7. Gotta do this for moms. All right, we're good. So, real quick, I'm excited. I'm heading to Arizona. I'll be heading to Arizona March 15th through the 18th. I'm excited. We're heading to a couple of games. And for the most part, really just to recharge my batteries. But I'm heading to Arizona March 15th through 18th. I'm fired up, man. I'm fired the freak up. It is going to be 4 days of just chill. King Booker World says, I'm cool with getting Crosby, but not for 2 firsts and a player. Most I'd give is a 27th first round pick, 26th third, and a player. Yeah. King McWorld also says Poles seems more sure of his direction and answers. Yeah, he did. He did seem very focused and determined on where he was going. Yeah. You trade Rome, you're going to upset his boy Caleb. Hey, if DJ keeps making plays like that, I don't know how much longer Rome's going to be his boy. If Rome can't keep catching the ball like he should, he's a body catcher. Why he catches things with his body, hands passes with his body so often, I don't know. I don't know. Levette Lee checking in. What's up, Mama? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Ben Williams checking in. What's up, buddy? Man, you having some breakfast, huh? Eggs, bacon, coffee. Damn, dog. Save some for us. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you for tuning in. You know, thank you. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you, Steve-O. You know, it was interesting to have both of those guys up there. Very interesting. Have both of those guys up there. And they did the tour. They did ESPN, the NFL Network. They did Mike Florio, Pro Football Talk. Like, man, they were all over they're all over Indianapolis yesterday, all over the combine. Which shows they want to get something done. They want to get something done. So with your thought, let me ask you this. Are you cool with going after Bradley Chubb? 2-year deal. Remember, he just released by Miami, so he's an unrestricted free agent. Are you cool with going after him? Drafting another defensive end? And now you have Montez Sweat, Bradley Chubb, the rookie, and Austin Booker? Because I would. I'd be very comfortable with that rotation. And make sure that Bradley Chubb's, if they'll agree to it, is very incentive laden. All right, and make them somewhat attainable, not too difficult to attain. Like, you got to play 12 games. 12 games, you get X amount. 14 games, you get X amount. 17 games, you get more. You know what I mean? Five sacks, you get X amount. 7 sacks, you get X amount. 10 sacks, you get more. You know what I mean? TFLs. Make these things somewhat attainable. Not easy, but somewhat attainable. You know, I just think someone like Bradley Chubb's history would be great for these youngsters. And Montez Sweat. And Montez Sweat. You know, let's talk a little Bulls first and foremost so we can get rid of that crap. Take a look at this nonsense.
8-0 quick spurt for the Hornets to jump in front after trailing by 6. Here's Giddey. Draws some contact and run. 32-point lead for the Bulls as Jones finds Buzelis. Knipples on him. Knipples played pretty good defense this year in the times that I've watched him. Step back, Buzelis.
He played good defense there, but it was better offense.
Better offense is using. Here's Jones. Past Miller with the reverse.
Nice move, TJ.
That was impressive English. Kemba Walker's on their staff, the all-time leader, and their number 2 three-point shooter is on the broadcast, our good friend Del Curry. So 4 of those 5 are in the building. Sexton is at the rim on a nice feed from Giddey.
Good pass by Josh Giddey. Now, this is where the league is going to, these long athletic wings.
Yeah.
The big man is making a comeback. Oh, nice.
They're so hard to watch. The Bulls lost by 32 points yesterday. 32 points. What the hell's going on? What the hell's going on? This is what a tank, no tank looks like. A no tank looks like. He's like, yeah, trade Io, but keep Williams. I know. Hey, remember, dude, no, you can't just trade someone, King Booker World. You got to have a trade partner. Who's going to trade for Patrick Williams' contract, bro? Who's going to trade for his contract? Keep it a buck. Who's going to trade for that joker? Nobody. Nobody's going to trade for his ass because he sucks. He sucks, he sucks, he sucks. How else to say it? He sucks. The Bulls, 24-35. That's their record. 35 losses. My man, Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. is in the house. What's up, Junior? Yeah. Thanks for saying hello, buddy. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just messing with you. You know, those clips courtesy of Chicago Sports Network. That was tough, man. One of the smoke bells, our guy Ben Mull was at the game yesterday, and he was just saying how difficult it was to watch that team. And I don't argue with him one bit. Peep this. At the game, Colston Loveland was at the game. I thought that was pretty dope. They had a lot of folks in the house yesterday for the Bulls game. Colston Loveland in the house. The Bears were in the house. Yeah, Colston Loveland representing them. Yeah, the women's the Red Stars, the Chicago Red Stars were in the house. All right, you had some of the Blackhawks in the house. They were courtside. They all got some jerseys. They were in the house for the Bulls game yesterday. And the Smoke Fellas, which means Sports Zone Chicago was in the house at the United Center last night as well. Big night to watch the Bulls get their ass kicked and lose their 10th straight game. You realize they were 25-24 at one point, or 24-25 at one point. Now they're 24-35. This is hard. This is difficult watching this God blessed team. It really is. It really, really is. So I don't want to talk about it. I want to talk about the things that I see from the White Sox and the Cubs. All right, the White Sox came back yesterday. We talked about it in top of the morning. It was a shootout, 12-10. Shane Smith, 12-10. They came back 2 days ago. They lost 3 days ago. 2 days ago they lost their first game. 3 days ago they came back. They came from behind to beat the Brewers. So this team, I've been getting a lot of text messages, a lot of DM from Sox fans saying, listen, I'm not planning a parade or anything for these guys. I do, however, like how they're playing. I'm not putting them in the World Series, but I like the improvement I've seen from last season to over the offseason to this point in spring training. I've got quite a few, and I agree with them. You've heard my take on it. When you're fundamentally sound and you don't give teams extra outs, you'll win a lot more games than you should. A lot more games. Because teams are going to screw up. Oftentimes, average to mediocre teams don't give a damn. They aren't as focused. They want to get through the season, 162 games. They're playing a kid's game. They're getting paid $5 million, $7 million, $10 million, $12 million a year. They travel around the country for 6 months playing baseball, not a difficult sport to play, but I mean physically taxing sport. No. Travel first class, stay in 4- or 5-star hotels. Have your little groupies if you're a single guy, or even if you're married, some guys do, whatever. You're playing a kid's game. A lot of guys aren't focused on that. They're enjoying the money. They're enjoying the lifestyle. But if you prioritize winning, as Will Venable has done, and this, we are going to win. We are going to play hard, fundamentally sound baseball every day in and day out, night in and night out. You're going to beat some of these teams that are more talented than you, who have better pitching, who have better hitting, who have better defense, because they're going to make mental mistakes and open the floodgates. I'm not putting them in the playoffs. I'm saying they're going to be a much improved team. I'm saying they're going to get to 500. They're going to get to 500. That's another 20-game improvement. The Cubs is a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure. You got your slugging third baseman, Alex Bregman. You got to show out now. Now you got to show out. Now is the time. Council's got to earn his pay. You don't want to. You need to be in the contention for the division from Jump Street. You need to be in contention for the division from Jump Street. And like I've told my Sox fan friends, the Cubs don't need a 37-game win streak. What have I told you? What have I told you about baseball? Just win the series. 2-1. 2-1 becomes 4-2, becomes 6-3, comes 10-5, comes 15, comes 16-8, comes 20-10, comes 30-15, comes 40-20, and all of a sudden you keep going, you keep winning at a 66% clip, you're at 100 wins. Over 100 wins. It'd be 108 if I'm not mistaken. $108 and $52. 54. Yes, 108 and 54. If you just win the series, of course, you got some four-game sets. All right, I get it. It's not every series isn't 3-0, 3 games. But you understand what I'm saying. There's going to be some sweeps both ways. You're going to get swept. You're going to sweep. So it averages out. You're going to go 50-50. You're going to split a 4-game set. Now, if Council has you, and again, this is a thing where good coaching comes in. Like, first and foremost, don't shy away from the fact that there are expectations. Don't shy away from that. Smart guy once said coaching matters. Do not shy away from the expectations, but don't shy away from the work either. Don't shy away from putting foot to ass when your guys are getting a little distracted, when they're not focused. Don't shy away then either. I need Counsell. Seems like a very cool, laid-back guy, which is great. But you're going to need to keep foot to ass because pro baseball players, pro athletes in general, they're going to deviate. They're going to get unfocused at times. It happens. How do I know? Because they're human. We all get unfocused at times. And when you're making $16 million a year, $12 million a year, it's easy to get unfocused when you're playing a kid's game because your contract is guaranteed. It's guaranteed. But the thing that we have to worry, or they got to worry about, is how many guys are in it for the contract and the money. How many guys are in it to win a World Series and become great? Because if you get a whole bunch of guys who are in it to become world champions, that's a whole nother ballgame. Because I think we've stacked our team. I'm talking about the Cubs. The Cubs have stacked their team with talented players. White Sox have too. Our talent is younger and hasn't developed yet. But the Cubs have stacked their team with talented players. Now, can you commit to team first? That's the question. Can you put everything else behind the team's main objective? That's the main question. Can Counsell get them to do that? Can you get everyone focused? And listen, because you're focused doesn't mean you're going to be focused 162 games a year. I get it. You're going to have some slip-ups. You're human. You just don't have too many. Mariano Rivera didn't have a lot of slip-ups. Why? Because he took pride in his work. He took pride in his job. He took pride in the fact that he was playing for a certain organization. He took pride in the fact that he was fortunate enough to play a kid's game for millions and millions of dollars. So can the Cubs get to that point? Can the Cubs get to the point where they feel like they're the underdog? Can the Cubs, or where they feel that they're the best team and they go out and prove it? I've been on both teams. I've coached both types of teams. I personally love being on the side of the team where I knew we were the better team and we were going to knock the ever-living dog snot out of you and let you know. There's no question. Not personal. You just happen to be the next Mother Hubbard in our way. We can drink beers in the parking lot after the game. I'm cool with it. But for those 60 minutes, it's not my job to stop me from scoring. It's yours. And if they can get that killer mentality, that determination, that desire, whatever you've got to do, Craig Counsell, whatever you have to do, whatever he's got to do to get these guys focused, get these guys playing with an edge, with a chip on their shoulder, he's got to do it. And reinforce it. Man, you're a 1 for 4 yesterday. What the hell happened? All right, I need you to get some more batting practice. I need this. And players as well. If you're not seeing the ball very well, get in the cage. Get more BP. Have some more live batting practice. If you're having problems defensively, get out there early. Work on turning double plays. Work on routine ground balls. Work on big hops. Work on short hops. All these things can be corrected if your mindset is right. Because I feel confident on the south side that the White Sox are going to be a problem for a lot of people. Not a World Series contender, no. No. but they're going to be a Mickey-Ficky problem to a lot of people. They're going to be that team that keeps coming back. They're going to be that team that if you don't put them away, they're going to come back. They're going to hang around and win. They're going to be a team that goes deep in accounts, which I'd love to see. Get the pitch count up for your starter. Get them out. Get to the bullpen. You're going to see. They're going to be that team with a good approach. Their whole order is going to have a good approach when they get to the plate. But ready for that first ball fastball if you try to sneak it in, which is what I've seen so far this spring. Now you got Seiya Suzuki, your DH probably, Bregman at third, you got Swanson. You have a lot of nice pieces up on the north side. Division title should be your primary goal. You have a nice pitching staff. You bolstered the bullpen. There's nothing else. Not like we need this or we need that. What do you need? And sometimes people say, well, we need one more. No, you don't need one more jack shit. You have what you need. You have what you need. Now earn your pay. Earn your pay. See, because that's the problem. Because the bullpen, they're so lackadaisical at times. Because a lot of times they're in the back, just chilling for the majority of the game. If they call you today, you're in. They'll call you today, you're good. So you got a day off at the office. You have to play dress up in uniform, hang out in the bullpen in the back, underneath the stands at Wrigley. Go out and have a nice dinner with the family because that check's coming on Tuesday. Probably a nice, big, solid 5-figure check on Tuesday. That's where it is. That's where it is. It's your mindset. Because I don't think there's a team in the NL Central that can mess with you. I think the Brewers will mess around with you, but I think you're much better than the Brewers. Cardinals, not worried about them. The Reds, not worried about them. The Pirates, not worried about them. So it's yours for the taking. So a clinching of the NL Central shouldn't have a whole bunch of celebration because that's what you're expected to do. See, I love teams who when they do what's expected to do in the short term, win the division, they'll celebrate, but they don't get crazy. All right, they'll have a bottle of champagne. That's it. Game over. We're not spraying a locker room. We're not acting retired. No. Because this is what we're supposed to do. It's how I felt as a player. It's how I felt as a coach. Don't get me wrong. Enjoy the moment. Anytime you win a division, great job. It's not easy to do, but that's what you're expected to do. That's one thing that's in your way that you got out of it. Black Diamond said, like I said, Shawn, no excuses for counsel. Get it done or get the boop on. I hear you, Cub fans. You have more than enough right to say that. Because you've been getting outmanaged by the dude in Milwaukee that never plays Craig Counsell. Not last year, but the year before. His first year here. So he's got to put together 2 good managerial years to know you got the best of that deal. of bringing him over. I just don't, for me, baseball, it bugs me because there's not a lot of, I can't say that. There's far too much room for apathy in baseball. There's far too much room for you to be less passionate in baseball just because of the way the game plays. In football, there's no room for lack of passion. None whatsoever. In basketball, yeah, there's some room for it, but there's not as much as baseball. Hockey, there's no room for lack of passion at all. Otherwise, you get your teeth knocked out. You could have passion and still get your teeth knocked out. But it's such a chill game. It's easy to be like, to be not focused. It takes a true professional to stay focused the majority of the season. Notice I said majority. I'm not asking for miracles here. That you're focused 162. But I mean, technically you should be. But realistically, you're not. I mean, we're all not ready to go to work. We're all not motivated to go to work every day. You want them days. Let's not have too many. If you're a Cub fan. If you're a Cub player, let's not have too many for your Cub fans. As I said, my White Sox keep that underdog grinding mentality close. Make that your mantra. Make that your mission. Have a chip on your shoulder so big there's nothing you're willing to forsake to get better, to beat a team. I want a fundamentally sound baseball team. I could take it. I could take a good loss. Team's just better. Good pitch, great hitter, boop, loops it over the head of the second baseman, or go shopping at the gap between a right center and left center. Guy comes around to score. Okay. Guy goes outside the strike zone, takes 1 yard. Okay. Opponents get paid too, you know. Teams you play, they got multimillionaires on their team as well. I can take losses like that. What I can't take are losses that you give away, games that you give away. And in Will Venable's first year, and so far to this point in spring training, White Sox aren't doing that. The White Sox are not doing that. And that's exciting to me and a whole bunch of other people who DM me like, man, I'm really liking what I'm seeing in this White Sox team. I'm like, yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. Listen, we're going to take a real quick break. I'm talking real quick, maybe 2 minutes. All right? I got to run to the bathroom. On the other side of the break, we're going to talk Bears. We're going to close out the show with Bears. We're talking about Ryan Poles. We're talking about Ben Johnson. We got a lot to talk Bears, baby. So keep it locked in. Call your friends. Call your neighbors. Call your brother, your sister, your mama, your daddy, your girlfriend, your wife, your mistress. Call them all. Bears talk on the other side of the break. Keep it locked right here. ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings. I have my dogs. They're the best. I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
It's a grown man sport. What? It's a grown man sport like that.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Every body in a work zone is someone's somebody.
This is my mom. She works for KDOT.
This is my dad.
This is my mom.
This is my daddy.
No. I love Tyson. And that's one that kind of pulls at your heartstrings a little bit because he's someone that you care about so deeply, and he's a hell of a football player that at some point you want to see him have a chance to do it himself. And so, we'll always do what's best for our team and our organization. I do think there's a lot of merit to having a strong number 2 quarterback, which he certainly fits that bill. I'm of the mind that he's probably one of the best 32 in the NFL. His preseason tape over the last few years has probably confirmed that, in my opinion. But if I took myself out of the equation, I want what's best for him.
Welcome back to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. That was Bears head coach Ben Johnson. No. I'm telling you, Tyson Bagent is going to be real good in this offense. It's just unfortunate he hasn't been able to because Caleb has been healthy. And I don't – it's unfortunate and fortunate. Okay? It's unfortunate and fortunate. Because the thing is, you don't want your starting quarterback injured, all right, a la Jane Daniels. But by the same token, you want to see your second string get work. See, the problem with all those comebacks that we had, the 7 comebacks this year, is your second teamer gets no work because your starters are still in the game trying to win. So what the Bears need to do is make sure that they're able to cruise to victory on some of these games. Even the Cleveland game was a little tight at one particular point. DJ had a nice catch in the back of the end zone. So starting quicker, playing from the front with a lead, it's going to make things so much easier. I'm telling you, I would love to see Tyson Bagent in this offense. Love it. So preseason coming, Tyson plays, watch how he dissects people. The reason I say that is because Tyson is a quarterback who's who comes from structure. His whole career, he's played in structure. He's got a quarterback guru now in Ben Johnson. Those two are like a match made in heaven. Tyson just doesn't have the crazy athleticism or playmaking ability outside of the pocket or off platform that Caleb does. But if he just ran this system from the pocket, Tyson would be a one hell of a quarterback in this league. In this league. So, one of the things that they talked about is like, you know what? You want to see him. You got love for him. You got mad love for him. And you want to see him do well. Like, even if he goes so, but you also want to say, hey, listen, I know that how well you can do in this offense if Caleb gets hurt. I know I have an idea of what you can do here, the great things you can do here if given the opportunity. Because as soon as you trade Tyson, man, that's how you know. That's when you know Caleb's going to get hurt. Then you're going to bring in another guy who hasn't been here, who's new to the system. My man Junior says it's great we have a capable backup. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Cornelius Squall says, that's my coach. I ain't mad at you, man. I ain't mad at you, dog. I am not mad at you. It's great that we have a guy that we know who can run this offense if our quarterback goes down. And I'm telling you, when you look at a guy like this, people like this are often overlooked in the NFL because he didn't come from a big school. Okay? He had big numbers. Let's not get it twisted. He had big numbers coming out of that small school. But he didn't come out of a big school. But what he did come out of was structure. And he's been in the league a couple of years now where the NFL, the speed is second nature to him. That's not an issue for him. An issue earlier when he first started. It's not an issue now. So him playing in structure his entire career and finally getting an assist into another system that is predicated on structure and timing. This is right in his wheelhouse. And we know the confidence that Tyson Bagent has is second to none. His confidence is through the roof. He truly believes in himself and his talents. So it's a conundrum. Teams are calling for him. How bad do they want him? There's talk. Here's the update. From Adam Hogue. Still talking to the league about getting compensation, waiting to hear back. So it sounds like it's still possible. Adam Hogue again. Falcons GM Ian Cunningham expresses confusion on why the Bears didn't receive draft compensation for his hiring in Atlanta. He made it clear he wouldn't have gotten the job without his time in Chicago. So he doesn't know the exact wording of the rule, but, quote, I would think they would get 2/3 round picks, unquote. that saga is not dead. I still hope they're able to get those because that is huge. With a heavy edge, with a draft that's deep in the edge position, third-round picks are going to be huge. Third-round picks can be special teamers while you develop them, or somebody who falls, or depending on if there's a lot of people at one position, it's just going to push people down. Patty says, happy Wednesday, Shawn. Good morning, Patty. Jeremiah, Monica, good morning. So there's still hope for those two picks. 126, 127. One pick in 2026, one pick in 2027, end of the third round. That would be dope. You can use that to package it if you wanted to put together a package for a player. Okay? Or you can use it and select someone. You can use it and select someone. We're good. I think we're going to get them. And if we do, that's going to help this team out big time. This left tackle situation that we've talked about. Does it mean that Braxton Jones returns? Now, Braxton Jones was drafted by this GM, but not by this coaching staff. We know Braxton Jones's shortcomings. Could he be a bridge to the future? Just a one-year deal. Just a one-year deal or a two-year deal, whatever. While you go and you let Ozzie rehab. Let him and Theo fight it out. Okay, you draft another guy in the fourth round or third, whichever. Should have 2 third-round picks. We get that compensatory pick. And let her battle it out. I told you, Drew Dahlman, Jonah Jackson, 4th-round picks. Joe Tooney, 3rd-round pick. They developed into amazing players that got paid on the free agent market, which means somebody developed them. Whoa. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold on. This is crazy. This, do you guys see the big white rectangle that's blocking some of the view here? The heck? Let me know if you see if there's a white box here on the screen for you, the way you guys see it. Because I see a white box that's covering. Oh, okay. Plank says I see you fully. Okay, cool. All right, on my screen, it's only there's a white screen there's a white area that's kind of blocking my face. Okay. So we're talking about this draft. All right, they're down in Indianapolis at the combine. It's amazing how everything is an event now for the NFL. Everything is an event. You know, for so long the combine wasn't big. There's a whole bunch of scouts there, but you know what? The NFL made it an event down in Indy. All right, fans are flocking. Fans can buy tickets to go watch it. They're asked to be quiet. They put you up in the highest. It's really crazy. They put you up in the highest tier, like 300 tier, 400 level, and they ask you to be quiet. You know, because you got athletes running, you got running 40s, doing verticals, doing agility, catching the ball, running across the field. It's wild. But it's an event. In another room, they have the weightlifting. They have some other stuff in there, and then another place where they have the interviews as well. So, you know, I'm anxious to see how this draft plays out. If we go defense for the majority of this draft, especially the first 2 or 3 picks, say the 4th pick we get an offensive line, or even a 3rd pick. Hopefully we get 2 third-round picks and we can go first 3 picks defense and the last extra third-round pick will be an alignment. But I digress. If we go defense predominantly, and we have as good a draft this year as we did last year, we are going to be a problem for everybody. We are going to be a problem for everybody. Because last year's draft class, which was heavy on the offensive side, did work. Colston loved him. Ozzie Trapillo before he got hurt. Luther Burden. Cal Monangai. Those 4 alone, all key contributors to the success of this team. And if we can get 3, I'm not even asking 4, if we can get 3 key contributors on the defensive side of the ball this year as rookies that we draft, or unsigned free agents, undrafted free agents, UDFAs. We can get 3. Wow. Because the position of need is D-line. You get one D tackle, one DN, one safety. Because it looks like Jaquan Brisker's gone. The tone that Ryan Poles had yesterday discussing him. And then in general, him talking about people who have been here not being able to stay. They've made their choice. They want Kevin Byard. They're going to go negotiate with him. Will he want to stay at the price they want to offer? That is the $1 million question. A couple $1 million question. But it's easy to see that Jaquan Brisker's days in Chicago are probably over. You know, the end of the football year, I believe, is the beginning of the football year is Sunday, March 1st, if I'm not mistaken. And he would be a free agent. Everybody whose contract ends with the Bears this year, expiring contract, they will be a free agent as of Sunday. Now you got to go to work. Two safeties. Where do you grab one? You go D-line, you go D-tackle, D-end, or D-end, D-tackle, safety, offensive lineman in your first 4 picks, especially if we get the compensatory pick. What do you do? There's a lot to be decided here. I say defensive minimum first 2 picks. Minimum. I say first 3. And 4th pick, if we get our compensatory pick, that'll be a 3rd round pick. Then we can go offense. I'd say take the best edge we could at our 1st round pick, 25. Take the best D tackle we can get in our 2nd round pick. Take the best safety we can get at our 3rd round pick. So, I'm not sure how they're going to go. But there's a different energy about this front office this year at the Combine. Different energy. They're the bells of the ball. Plankster says, I'm good with all defensive. I'm good with all defensive picks, LOL. And we still got to adjust the left tackle. But I'm good with it too. If they did it, I'd be like, okay. So that means you're okay with them bringing back Braxton Jones, Plank? Bringing him back on a 1 or 2 year deal. Kind of like a prove it deal so he can increase his stock elsewhere after this year or next year. You good with that? Him, Theo Benedict fighting it out for starting left tackle? Because that's what it's going to be. And don't forget Kieran Amagaji. Kieran Amagaji. Are you willing to make a trade? Who you trading for, and what are you giving back? Blank says, "Oh well, maybe not, Shawn." What are you giving up, and what are you getting in return? That's the $1 million question. Because it seems like Tremaine Edmonds is going to be a cap casualty. So now you need a linebacker. Are you good with DeMarco Jackson, who's much shorter at 6'1" than Tremaine Edmonds is at 6'5"? Arms not as long. Not as sure about. I haven't checked the speed, his ability to cover. You're losing a lot. While TJ Edwards is rehabbing from a broken leg, while Noah Sewell is rehabbing from a torn ACL. Linebacker too? I don't know. A lot of questions that have to be answered. Ryan Poles is the man who has to come up with those answers. Hey, listen, 2 hours is coming and gone. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I want to thank everybody. Man, Plankster, Brandon, Junior, Patty, Monica, Jeremiah, Cornelius, Black Diamond, Shawn, Brandon, I think I said Brandon Schutz already, King Booker World, Black Diamond, I think I said, I am Plank, Ben Williams, Levette, see, Foulmouth Chris, Jay Grizz in the house. I want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in. I appreciate it. Appreciate the love and the support. Listen, please look for me on Twitter at ShawnSierra33. All right, my old Twitter account, my ex account got hacked, so I got to rebuild all my friends list. All right, I've been on Twitter since 2012. I've lost 15 years of an account. So please, if you see a friend request from me from ShawnSierra33, know that it is me and not a bot or someone else. So make sure you follow me on Twitter at ShawnSierra33. All right. Let's not forget Sports Zone Chicago swag. We got tons of it. Oh, damn. We got tons of it. FGB hats, Cigar Fanatic, Bears Victory Monday, the hoodies, Sports Zone Chicago. All right, you still got the QR code in the upper left-hand corner. That'll take you directly to sportzonechicago.com. You can place your order, and it'll be here shortly. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. All right, so listen, for everyone here in Sports Zone Chicago, have a phenomenal day. I'm actually having lunch with a buddy of mine in the industry. Doing what I said I was going to do. All right. Let your loved ones know you love them, because tomorrow's promised to no one. So making plans with my guy. We're going to have some barbecue over at Sanders. I'm fired up about that. Should be a good time just to catch up and to just chill. Thanks. This is a great show. Thanks, Shawn. Great show. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. So, guys, have a phenomenal day. It's going to be, what's the weather today? It's going to be high of 34. Man, we probably hit that right now. High of 34. Stay warm, Chicagoans. Nippy. All right, so for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Have a phenomenal day. But your boy is out.
Come on, place the place, place, get ready.